All right.
D, it's E minor. It's D.
It's in D.
Well.
Good morning.
Look where we are. Or where are we? Is the way I should have said that.
We are at Wilderness Wildlife Week, according to our badges.
We've got badges and everything to prove it.
Yeah, Wilderness Wildlife Week at the LeConte Center in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. An event that happens, he said, once a year now. It used to be twice a year.
Well, I think.
Anyway.
I know it used to be twice a year. There was a winter edition and then a summer, and I think it's all just this one now. So.
But it always happens in January, and if you're interested, it's a free event. You get free admission. There's a lot of displayers, people selling stuff, vendors,
lots of workshops
music,
and classes.
workshops. I think they even have hikes and stuff out in the.
Cherry Lemons is going to teach crocheting. She's
Oh,
doing
is
the
she?
workshop. Yeah, her name was on there for doing
well,
the
there you go.
workshop. So
You can even learn to crochet.
that's an idea for the club. There could be like a beginner dulcimer class instead of just coming to play.
We could do that.
Somebody could come up and teach some workshops.
That's a great idea.
We got a bunch of loner dulcimers that would work out great for that. So
That would be. I like that.
let's think
Good
toward that
thinking.
for next year.
Good
I come up with a good idea every once in a while.
Wow. Okay, so we're here and we're practicing songs. We're making dry runs. Today we're going to do Midnight on the Water. We went through this yesterday and it didn't go well. We just played it a time or two, and we obviously need more practice. And we may possibly play it at an event on Saturday, depending on how well we get it together.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'll work. It's just that we had never played it before yesterday, and like you said, it didn't go very well. So
It didn't go well, but yesterday was a really bad playing day for me all the way around.
it's a great song. I don't know the origin of the song, but we'll find out, and it'll be in the description of the video. So I don't know anything about it.
Let me just say this. For the people that are taking part in our playing by ear class, all right, so I've been reading and researching and watching videos, and we are sharing links with videos on will be on our YouTube and our Facebook page. But anyway, so there's this whole thing on audiation, and I don't think that I do that. Rick does that like naturally, and we'll talk about it later. All I'm going to say is I spent yesterday morning trying to audiate, and it really wore me out.
Tell them what audiation is, so they won't be scratching their head and saying, well, what the heck is that? Because I had never heard of it before we started doing a little research.
Well, it's like when Rick says, get the music or the song in your head, okay? And so, like, I think, okay, well, it's in my head, but according to audiation, it is not in my head, because I need to be able to sing back all the tones. And you're not talking about just the words of the music. You're talking about, like, you're not going to sing Happy Birthday in your brain. You're going to be singing, da 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 da, the tones itself, and get those in your brain.
From what I've been reading and watching the videos that you've been sharing, but I've been reading some too. There's it's not just the same for everyone. Everyone kind of has that experience differently. So it may be different for someone else. Some folks said that they would hear just the bare melody, and some folks say they would kind of hear theirself humming along, and then others would say they would hear the instruments and all the instruments of a full recording. So I don't think I've ever done that. I think what I do is kind of it's not actually me humming, but it's kind of in my head. I'm kind of humming along the tune to sound it out.
You hear the tune in your head while you're playing.
However you do it, the tune should be going through your head, and that's really the first step and the most important step for playing by ear. Is you got to hear that to know where you're going. If you don't, you're kind of lost.
Well, and I don't do that. I count a lot. Because that's how I was trained with paper. I started on piano when I was about 6 years old. So I know notes and values, and I count, and I try to be very specific and proper and correct on what I play on the music. I don't hear the music in my head. And so I really think that is a big step that's missing. So I tried doing that all yesterday morning when we were playing with the Monday group.
For what we do, that works because you count and I don't. I count internally, but I don't just count, 1, 2, 3. I kind of feel the beat, but when you're playing along in a group, a jam, or just with one other person, if their timing is right on it, it's very easy. It makes it much easier to play along and to stay together.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a whole lot to this. It's not just a simple thing, but we want to try to maybe show how it works for us and get other folks to doing it. I know there's a lot of folks out there that you don't want to have to pull out an iTab or a tablet with all your music on it. You want to sit down and do something other than that.
But there are advantages to reading music. I mean, so personally, I want to have both skills, and so that's what I'm trying to develop. That's why if you haven't seen it, while we have the Playing by Ear Challenge for 2026, like I said, the videos will be on YouTube, but it's also going to be done through our Facebook page because it will link the videos over there on our Facebook page. And on Facebook, instead of just like commenting to us, people can really comment to each other and have a little more discussion. And I'm hoping as people start learning by ear, they can even in the comments share videos of them and what they learned by ear that week, and we can encourage each other.
I thought of another thing early this morning. I was thinking about this, reading some on this, and I thought about a lot of times at a big jam or something, we'd be playing some songs and there'd be a new song that I haven't really heard or played before, but it'd be something that's real catchy and it'll get stuck in my head. And for the next 2 or 3 days, it's constantly going through my head. And I don't know how to get it out, but there are lots of discussions. There's a term for that, and it's a $10 word about this long. It starts with an A. I don't know what it is. I'll flash it on the screen when we do the editing. But
well, it's interesting that you say that because one of the things, and we're going to share about this, but one of the things I read about was techniques to practicing the audiating and stuff. And they're like, okay, so when you are standing in line at the grocery store, be singing it in your head, not singing the words, but the tune itself and the notes and, the rhythm and those kind of things. So that's what you're doing like all the time.
Yep.
Can't turn it off. I can't turn it on. I have to work at turning it on.
It's an interesting thing to think through and to work through, and it's definitely worth your time, whatever time you spend at it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, there's very smart people out there and talented people that cannot play by ear, and there's just something that we're missing, and I think this audiation might really kind of be part of that. I really do. I mean, I'm sure there's probably other things as well, but it's the first main thing that we run across. One
thing that I do is I can play harmony. I'll throw in and start some harmony or some counter melody or something. And I sent Cindy a video yesterday of a group that I used to listen to that's an a cappella group called Glad. And they've got some great songs, lots of great harmonies, and I used to listen to that while I would working in my workshop and had some headphones on and nobody there to hear me, so I'd sing along, and I would try to sing every part and even make up my own part that would go along with what they were doing. And I think that went a long ways to help me develop my harmony playing and my sense of harmony now.
That's audiation at a higher level. See, we haven't had time to discuss all this yet, really, ourselves.
I've said more about it right now than we have.
It's hard because a lot of our messages are typing and texting, and so it's hard to get into this. But there's different levels of audiation, and that is at a more advanced level.
Yeah.
We got to start at the very basic, just with the melody, but maybe we can get there.
But it's all possible. Anything like that is possible, and we did say to each other that we believe that it's a skill that you can learn. It's not something that you're just born with, that you automatically can do it. You learn that and develop it as you age, and as you listen to music when you're growing up, even from a little kid, I can remember Mary Had a Little Lamb and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star just right now, but I may have not heard them in many years. So they're there. It's
They're
just
there.
getting them started and putting them here.
All right, well, let's see if we can put Midnight on the Water there today.
I had already forgotten what we were going to play.
We're going to see how we do. If we don't do too
doing
good,
too
this
much
might have to be
blabbing.
off the set list. But
Let's play it.
okay, let's do it. Ready? I'm going to give you a little intro. Wait a minute, I'm not turning.
Technical difficulties. Stand by. Your light's flashing.
I know.
You know what you did the last time? You unpaired it and then paired it again to your tablet.
I'm glad you remembered. Oh, my Bluetooth is off.
Well, that could be the problem. And we were going so good. I thought it was going to be a one and done.
Oh, it's working.
Of course it is.
I hate these foot pedals.
One of these days you can leave that at home and then the battery run down on it and you won't ever need it again.
One of these days. Okay, but not today. Sorry, changed a chord on me.
We were going to have to do it again anyway.
I know we were. And I almost was thinking about just stopping and saying we need to start it again, you know? So,
We were forced to because
well,
of those lousy notes.
I'll cut it out. No, I can't cut
I
it out.
did too, though.
It was only
All right.
one. That wasn't bad though. It was way
No,
better
that's
than
pretty good.
yesterday.
So we'll do it 3 times.
Way better than yesterday.
We were headed toward 3 times, so
Yeah.
like we did the others.
Okay, well let's try it 3 times, and it's a waltz, so it needs to be, you know, slow and
Yeah, I think we were a little speedy.
okay, a little slower. Okay.
I tend to get the blame for speeding us up, which I probably do, but the some songs need to be slow, especially a waltz.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a waltz and somebody playing it real fast and trying to be out there and dancing to it?
And for the daughters of the American Revolution,
Yeah, it
drinking
needs to be
tea,
slow.
you know, yeah, it needs to be slow. Okay. Wait just a minute. This says we're supposed to play that part B twice. We never did that. We played A, A, B, A, A, B.
All right.
What do you think? Just keep it the way we were doing it, or do you want to?
I didn't even notice anything was out of whack. I was just kind of playing along with what you were doing.
All right. Well, it's the second part where we start going up. They repeat that. Let's not.
We're not going to repeat it.
You were fine with it. What do you think? Do you want to repeat it? What do you normally do?
I don't know. I don't play it enough to know.
Okay. All right, back to the beginning. A, A, B, A, A, B.
That's how we should do it, but lots better.
It was a lot better. It still could be better.
I mean, just the one B part, just like we did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, our playing needs to be better. Lots better.
Okay.
Mine does anyway.
Mine too. Let's try it again.
I'm getting all choked up,
It's not that sad of a song.
getting laryngitis.
Yeah. You all right?
You'll have to do all the talking.
That's usually not a problem.
I was getting ready to make a joke about that. You beat me to it.
Here we go. Nope, not like that. And how do we do?
That could be acceptable.
It wasn't the best, but I could say acceptable. I mean, I don't think people really would have noticed my big mistakes.
That's why we call it acceptable. We've explained it numerous times. It's not perfect. We made mistakes, but that's okay. It was acceptable.